Hello students, this is lecture number 7 for your second chapter polynomials, and today we are going to study a new concept which is remainder theorem. And before remainder theorem we are going to see the long division method which we generally use, which we have already used for dividing numbers, but now in this chapter we are going to use it to divide polynomials. Okay, so today we are going to see two concepts, long division method and remainder theorem. So let us begin. So first we will see long division method. Okay, now in long division method, before starting this, let us quickly have a recap of the terms dividend, divisor, quotient and remainder. Okay, so if I divide 12 with say 6, okay, so how will you divide it? With what should I multiply 6 so that I will get 12 or the nearest number to 12? So 6 2s are 12. It is completely divisible. Remainder is 0. So this 0 is the remainder. Here this 2 is quotient. 12 is dividend and this 6 is divisor. I have just taken this small example just to make the concepts or the terms clear. Okay, so in this division 2 is quotient. You are dividing 12 with 6, 12 by 6, so that 6 is the divisor. You are dividing with 6, so divisor, and you are dividing 12, so it is dividend. Okay, and here down it is the remainder. Okay, so these concepts should be clear. And how you do this? Your dividend, this you have already studied in your lower classes. Dividend is equal to divisor into quotient plus remainder. Dividend equal to divisor into quotient plus remainder. Now let us see for this example. What is the dividend? 12. What is your divisor? 6 into, what is your quotient? 2. And your remainder is 0. So you will get 12 equal to 12. Okay, now here we got remainder 0, but in some cases you may get remainder. Okay, so that remainder, if you will add this side, you will get same as dividend. Okay, so these concepts are clear. This is important and the terms are important. Okay, now let us move to the long division method for dividing polynomials. Now if I ask you to divide 12 with 2, 12 divided by 2, what you will do? 2 into 1, 2 6s, and you will say, ma'am, answer is 6. Correct. This is correct. And same division method you can use for polynomial also, when two polynomials are there in division. Suppose, let us take one example. 2x cube plus x square plus x divided by x. If I take this example, okay, now this x is divided by this polynomial. Sorry, this polynomial is divided by this x. So can I write this like this? 2x cube divided by x plus x square divided by x plus x divided by x. Okay, it was like this. This whole polynomial is divided by x. So what I did is, I have just splitted the terms and given that denominator separately to each term. Okay, now if you will see this 2x cube, can I write it as 2 into x into x into x? X cube it is, no? Divided by x plus x square. I can write that x square as x into x divided by x plus this x divided by x as it is. Now see, this x cancel, this x cancel, and this whole cancel. What remains? In division nothing is there now. So in the denominator, so what you will have here? 2 into x into x. X into x is 2x square. So 2x square. Plus here only x is remaining. And here both x got cancelled. So what is there? 1. So this will be your answer. So you can divide like this only if the dividend is monomial. Sorry, the divisor is monomial. Okay. If the divisor is monomial, you can use this. But what if I ask you to divide a polynomial with binomial or trinomial? Then how will you do this? So let us take that example and we will solve it using long division method. Okay. Suppose this we want to divide. Okay. Now if you will see, the divisor is not monomial and we are going to do it with long division method. Okay. Now we are just following the steps which we use for dividing the numbers. But only one difference is there. Before doing the long division, we have to always perform one step and then do the long division method. And what is that step? That you have to arrange the dividend as well as divisor in descending order of its exponent. Okay. Now see here. Let us check for dividend. 3x square plus x minus 1. So it is already in descending order of its power 2, 1, 0. And now let us check it for divisor, x plus 1. So x raised to 1, x raised to 0. So this is also already in descending order. Okay. So always this may not be the case. Sometimes shuffled terms may be given to you. So before dividing, before doing the long division, you have to perform or you have to first arrange them in descending order of its power. Both dividend as well as divisor. Now it is already there. So our first step is already done. Okay. Now start the division. So now you will think how to start the division. Okay. So remember, when we are dividing say 18 with 2. So what we do? With what should I multiply this 2 so that I will get 18? So 2, if I multiply 2 with 9, I will get 18. This we think, like this only we do, no? 2 into 9, 18. So what we are doing? With what should I multiply 2 so that I can get 18? So with what should I multiply 2? I should multiply 2 with 9, then I'll get 18. Okay, so that 9 will be in the quotient. And now what we are doing? Subtracting. That 2 into 9 was 18 plus 18. 2 into 9 was plus 18. Now we are changing the sign or we are subtracting. And 0. You will get the remainder 0. Now the same thing we are going to do here. So how you are going to do? Check the first term of dividend and divisor. Now check. Your divisor is having x and dividend is having 3x square. Okay. Same question you ask. With what should I multiply x so that I will get 3x square? With what should I multiply? 3x. If I multiply x with 3x, I will get 3x square. And now start your multiplication. But not only with x, you have to multiply it with 1 also because this is whole term. Okay. So x into 3x, 3x square. X into 3x, 3x square. And plus 1 into 3x will be plus 3x. Now how here we have changed the sign. Plus 18 we made it minus. That means we subtracted, no? Same way here also we have to change the sign. So this is plus 3x square. It will become minus. This was plus 3x. It will become minus. Same thing we are doing. Okay, don't get confused. So this plus 3x square minus 3x square cancel. And here x minus 3x. X minus 3x. Different signs you will subtract. 3 minus 1x, 2x. But sign of the greater number. That is minus 2. So you will get minus 2x. And now take this next term down. So that minus 1 here. Again perform the same step. With what should I multiply this x so that I will get minus 2x? With what should I multiply it? With minus 2. So minus 2 will be the next term in your quotient. So now multiply. X into minus 2, minus 2x. X and 1 into minus 2, minus 2. 1 into minus 2 will be minus 2. And now change the sign. How we were changing the sign? Same, we have to change the sign. So this minus 2x, minus is there, so it will become plus. Here also minus was there, so it will become plus. So minus 2x plus 2x cancel, and minus 1 plus 2. Different sign, so you will subtract. 2 minus 1, 1. And sign of the greater number, that is plus. So your remainder will be 1. Clear? So this is your quotient. This is your divisor. This is your dividend. And this is your remainder. Clear? So in this way you are going to use the long division method. And now let us see the remainder theorem. Okay, let us move to the remainder theorem. So this is statement of your remainder theorem. So let us read this first. Let p of x be any polynomial of degree greater than or equal to 1. So p of x is having degree equal to 1 or greater than 1. Okay. And let a be any real number. A is any real number. Okay. If p of x is divided by linear polynomial, p of x is divided by linear polynomial. So that p of x is your dividend. This is divided by something, no? So it is dividend. P of x is divided by linear polynomial. It is divided by what? Linear polynomial. Linear polynomial of degree 1. What is that linear polynomial? X minus a. So that x minus a is your divisor. P of x is divided by x minus a. So x minus a will be your divisor. Right? And a, it is already stated that a is any real number. And x minus a is a linear polynomial. So this is the condition. P of x can be linear or it can be with degree greater than 1. Okay. The dividend can be of degree 1 or greater than 1. But the condition is for divisor. What? That it should be linear polynomial only with degree 1 only. Then only it is applicable. If the divisor is linear polynomial, then and then only remainder theorem is applicable. So always check for your the divisor. If it is linear polynomial, that is degree 1, then only this remainder theorem is applicable. Okay, so from till here we understood that p of x is the dividend and x minus a, which is a linear polynomial, is a divisor. P of x can be linear polynomial or it can be with degree more than 1, greater than 1. Okay, then what? Then the remainder is p of a. Then the remainder is p of a. And p of a is your remainder. Okay. So what this remainder theorem state, if p of x is a polynomial with degree 1 or greater than 1 and it is divided by a divisor which is a linear polynomial x minus a, where a is any real number, then the remainder is going to be p of a. P of x is changing to a. To get remainder, we have to replace x with a. And what is this a? What is this a? If you will see the divisor, what will be the 0 of that divisor? We have studied how to find 0 of divisor. We have already studied how to find 0 of a divisor. So to find 0 of any polynomial, we have to equate it with 0. So x minus a is your divisor. Let us find it 0. So x minus a equal to 0. So x will be equal to a. So a is your 0 of divisor. If we replace that a or that 0 in the dividend, we will get the remainder. It is so simple. To get a remainder without actually dividing, without actually performing the long division method, we can find remainder directly using this remainder theorem. How? We have to first find 0 of the divisor. What is the 0 of divisor? In this case, A. And simply put that 0 in your dividend. In place of x, put that 0. It will become then P of A. And it will be nothing but remainder. Okay. So this was your remainder theorem. And let us put this in, equation. Okay. So dividend, divisor, remainder. Just remember these terms. And now we will put this in equations. So now we were knowing that dividend is equal to divisor into quotient plus remainder. We know this. Now in this case, what is your dividend? P of x, right? What is your divisor? Divisor is x minus a. What is your quotient? Let us consider that quotient as q of x. Let us consider that quotient as q of x and remainder as r of x. R of x. So this becomes your statement, or this is the rule, division rule for this statement. And now just apply that theorem to this. Now this theorem states that when you are replacing r of x, that is remainder, when you are getting remainder, we know that remainder is going to be P of x equals to a minus a, that is your P of a. Remainder, we know na, remainder is going to be P of a. And so replace x everywhere with a. So x minus a will become a minus a into q of x will become q of a plus r of a, remainder. Okay. So a minus a is 0. 0 into anything 0. What remains? R of a, that is your remainder. Getting? So this is the proof that when we will replace x with 0 of divisor, we are going to get remainder. We are going to get the remainder. So now your idea will be more clear if we take one example. So let us take one example. So this is the question. Find the remainder when x raised to 4 plus x cube minus 2x square plus x plus 1 is divided by x minus 1. So now here nothing is given in the question whether to solve it with remainder theorem or by long division method. So we can use either of it. But now to make your remainder theorem concept clear, let us do it with remainder theorem first. Okay. Now check whether the divisor is linear polynomial or not, because according to theorem the divisor should be linear polynomial. So your divisor is x minus 1, it is linear polynomial, so yes, remainder theorem is applicable. Okay, so according to the remainder theorem, if we replace x in the dividend by 0 of divisor, we will get the remainder, right? So what is your divisor? Divisor is x minus 1. So find it 0. X. So what we will get to find the 0? Put x minus 1 equal to 0 to find it 0. Solve for x. X will be equal to minus 1. After going that side, it will be plus 1. So x equal to 1 is your 0 for divisor. So you got 0 as 1. Okay, what will make this polynomial 0? What value of x will make polynomial 0? 1. 1 minus 1, 0. So 1 will be 0 for that divisor. Okay. Now according to theorem, if we replace this 0 in the dividend, we will get the remainder. Okay, so let us put it. So first you write what is your dividend. So P of x is what? Your dividend. What it is? X raised to 4 plus x cube minus 2x square plus x plus 1. This is your dividend. Okay. Now replace that x of dividend by 0 of the divisor. So what you will get? 0 is 1. So P of 1. So replace x equal to 1 everywhere in that polynomial. What you will get? 1 raised to 4 plus 1 raised to 3 minus 2 into 1 square plus x means plus 1 and that plus 1 as it is. So 1 raised to 4 is 1. 1 cube is also 1. Minus 2 into 1 square is minus 2. Plus 1 plus this 1 plus 1 I will write 2. Okay. So this minus 2 plus 2 is 0. What remains? Minus 2 plus 2 cancel. What remains? 1 plus 1, that is 2. So we got remainder 2. Clear? Now you can use the long division method to cross check your answer. This we did using remainder theorem. Okay. So you just remember we got remainder as 2. Now let us do it with long division and let us cross check if we get remainder 2. So I will write it here. Remainder is equal to 2. Just to remember. Okay. And then we will solve the same question with long division and we will cross check whether we get remainder 2 or not. Okay. So now divide. Your divisor is x minus 1, dividend is x raised to 4 plus x cube minus 2x square plus x plus 1. With what should I multiply x so that I will get x raised to 4? That is x cube. So x into x cube, x raised to 4. Minus 1 into x cube, minus x cube. Change the signs. Plus x raised to 4 minus x raised to 4 cancel. X cube plus x cube, what you will get? 2x cube. Take one term down. Minus 2x square. Now again check with what should I multiply x so that I will get 2x cube. That is 2x square. So x into 2x square, 2x cube. Then minus 1 into plus 2x square, minus 2x square. Change the signs. Now I have told you why we are changing the signs. So plus is 2x cube, minus 2x cube cancel. Minus 2x square plus 2x square also cancel. So here you get 0. Now take the another two terms down. That is x plus 1. Now I will not write that. So you took that x plus 1 down. Okay. Now with what should I multiply that x so that I will get x? 1, no? X. X into 1, x. Minus 1 into 1, minus 1. Okay. So change the signs. Plus x minus x cancel. 1 plus 1, 2. And this is your remainder. You got remainder 2 and using remainder theorem also we got remainder 2. So it is easy, no, using remainder theorem instead of doing the long division. But still both the methods you should know because both may be asked in exam. Okay. If it is not mentioned, find remainder using which method, then you can use either of the method. But when it is asked to use a particular method, then you have to use that method only. Okay. So let us take one more example for remainder theorem and then we will stop. Okay. So we have to find the remainder in this. So this will be your dividend and x minus 1 is your divisor. To find its remainder, first we have to find 0 of the divisor. What is your divisor? X minus 1. To find it 0, we have to equate it equal to 0. Okay, so what we will get value of x? X is equals to this minus 1. After going that side, it will be plus 1. So this is nothing but your 0 of divisor. Now put that in your dividend. What is your dividend? P of x. What is your dividend? P of x? 3x raised to 4 minus 4x cube minus 3x minus 1. Now put that 0, you will get p of 1. 0 is 1, so you will get p of 1. 3 into x raised to 4, that is 1 raised to 4, minus 4 x raised to 3, so 1 raised to 3, minus 3 into x, that is 3 into 1, minus 1. Solve it. 1 raised to anything is 1. So 3 into 1, 3, minus 4 into 1, 4, minus 3 into 1, 3, and this minus 1. Okay, this plus 3 minus 3 cancel. What remains? Minus 4 minus 5. Same signs, so you will add and give the negative sign. Minus 4 minus 1 minus 5. So your remainder is minus 5. So you can cross check it with your long division method. You can do that. Okay, so for today we will stop here, and tomorrow we will be, or in the next video we will begin with your exercise 2.3. Okay, till then, bye, see you.